combination program, which is my pre-university program. And when I started off my last semester, I actually faced a lot of discouragement. First of all, it's because a friend of mine who is very close to me is leaving and going back to Sabah, means that she is no longer continuing in my university. And so I was very upset and disappointed. And another thing that I was very worried about was also that I do not know what subjects to take for my last semester, because I don't want to mess up my CGPA, because I want to get a scholarship for my degree later on due to financial issues. And I am also very afraid that if I take those subjects, what if I fail those subjects and I would have to redo everything and repay everything, and all these thoughts just keep running in my mind. And I kept asking around about these few subjects that are actually quite hard and quite heavy. So I asked my friends and my lecturer, and they said to not take them together because it would be very heavy, and they just said things like you're suicidal taking these subjects together. And they said that you just have to pray for a pass. And of course I felt very discouraged, and I was very hesitant. And I was reminded by God in Psalm 91:11, where he says that for I will command my angels concerning you to guide you in all of your ways. And I was just very anxious, but at the same time I just took a step of faith and just went on ahead. The process wasn't easy or smooth sailing, even though God actually promised me that he would be there for me and he would guide me throughout the whole process. It was quite challenging because there were a lot of information to actually remember, and I was just constantly thinking whether would I even pass my final exam, and how exactly am I going to remember all of this information in such a short period of time to answer the questions in my final exam. The final exam was quite different and difficult because it wasn't the usual paper that we do in a normal exam, but since the format has changed and so on and so forth due to this COVID-19, it was I had a difficult time in adapting to it. But God just reminded me of Joshua 1:9 that do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for I am with you wherever you go. And that is what kept me going along the way, along those challenges and obstacles. And when I got my results a few days ago, of course I was anxious again, but at the same time I knew that God's promise would come to pass. So when I saw my results, I was very shocked, and I managed to get a CGPA of 3.93, and I just gave thanks to God because his promises never fail. Because in Jeremiah 29:11 it says that for his plans for you are to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a good hope and a good future. And that is for you, even for you as well. So he loves you and his promises will come to pass. So God bless you, and that's all from